Good morning, and welcome to the Deal Room Live, the daily real estate deal tank powered by Titan Impact Group, a global leader in AI-driven real estate investing and funding, where the real estate world meets speed, precision, and profit. And bring us your deal so we can put it into our AI model that analyzes and structures real estate deals in minutes, generates all the docs you need to get the deal done, and gives you a verified, unbiased breakdown of due diligence reports. The investors get the advantage of getting fully vetted AI-analyzed deals that cut their due diligence time down by 60%. So you're in the right place. Let's open the deal room now and get into today's opportunity.
Very exciting. Blake, good morning. Laura, good morning. Dan, good morning. People coming in from everywhere.
Good morning.
And as always, bring up your deals. We're going to get started doing all the fun AI deal flow, which is really exciting. So I think this is Dan's first time being here. Dan?
He's declining being a panelist. So Dan, if you'd like to join us live in the room, he's accepting a panelist. There he goes.
We get to talk to you because we're all about running deals. Okay, so we've got the master here and we've got some deals to run so they can see you.
I only need to see the TV. They don't need to see the whole me.
Okay. Do you have a deal you want me to run?
We're going to, yeah. We're going to, how many people we got in here? I don't want to start running until we got everybody in.
Blake, Dan, Laura. I'm not sure which Dan this is. Got a lot of Dans in our life.
Oh, it's me, Dan from
Dan, I love it. So
Hollywood, California.
It's me, Dan, and then like you knew.
Yeah, this is the team that I just built all their AI stuff for.
Got it.
Yeah, so they're super excited to see Deal Hunter and running the deals and everything through Deal Hunter, doing the underwriting.
They have a fun. You want to show them what I did on Titan 23?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I started a new one this morning for the data center.
Okay.
Pull that up. Share that.
Oh, hold on. He can't. They want him to hear you.
All right.
Hey, can you hear them?
I don't know.
Can somebody say something?
Hello.
Hey, Laura, can I get a wow?
Wow.
Okay. So Dan, here's something that we just built that we're excited. We're actually talking about you as Tommy built it.
Well, no, I built it and then you told me about it.
Okay. So we go to Chat GPT.
I build GPT models to help me make life easier. I built Deal Hunter by LandShark. What it does is cuts down the due diligence of real estate investing by like 60 to 80%. I built free estimates in honor of my dad. He was a general contractor and he spent most of his life writing free estimates for people. So I built a GPT that you can import 20 to 100 photos into the GPT, give it a zip code and say, give me a free estimate, and it'll provide you with a materials list, a cost breakdown, a work schedule, and an estimate. It goes above and beyond. Oh, I love when it does that. Wow.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've been playing with it a little bit. I was plugging in addresses and NOIs, and it would say things like, okay, we've identified management inefficiencies at this property, and this property is more of a turnaround than this, and based on the market cap, you should offer this and present it this way to the broker. And it was, yeah, doing amazing stuff.
Well, I made it do it. It does a great job of being very thorough because I built it like when I was. I don't know if Catherine had told you, but do you want to share the? I mean, you're sharing the screen, but do you want to pull up the GPT? There you go. I don't know if Catherine had mentioned it, but I have a science degree in nursing. I was at ASU getting my doctorate degree in nursing when COVID hit. And so when I got out of nursing and went back into construction, I brought with it all the science that I had learned. And we had been using AI in nursing prior to 2020, probably for about 4 or 5 years. So I had been I was actually on GPT 117 days prior to it actually launching. So I've been working with AI for quite a long time. It's in my conversations right there. It says equity fund disclosure setup. So I don't know if Catherine, go ahead and go all the way up to the top. I don't know if Catherine had mentioned to you about like how the fund that we operate, Titan 23, it's a Reg D PPM. It's got basically a boilerplate PPM, but we use a subclass A3 disclosure document to assign to each one of our deals. And so what I did was I took our PPM, I put our disclosure documents in here, added a bunch of knowledge-based information to it about the SEC and where to find the info. And so this morning I explained that we're trying to do a $10 million raise for a project where buying a defunct data center. It's not a data center yet, but it's been operating as a crypto mining operation. The miners went out of business, if you will, but it's still got all the infrastructure. So we're gonna buy it and get it ready, but I need to raise 10 million in equity. We got 5 million in debt on it already. So I with all this information in there, I told it what I wanted to do, and then it ran me through a step one, scroll for me. So again, it just gives me step by step what it wants to know. Step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Like I need to answer all these questions based on, I gave it a very small prompt, right? I could have sat there and had a 10-hour conversation with it, but I gave it a very small prompt so that I'm starting to teach it how to operate. And so Titan 23 is proprietary to only our fund. It wouldn't work with your fund. It'll work with ours though. And every time we get a project, I can just feed it the information and say, start the interview process. So go down a little bit more. What I did was, I think it's at the bottom of it. Yeah. So, because I left the prompt on my machine at home, that's the only tough part.
Doodles.
What I did was I hit that dictate button and I sat there and I gave it word for word what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I always forget to hit the send arrow, right? So it's sitting at home already ready for me to just click the go button, and it'll start building it out and putting it together. And then when it's done, I'll get it to give me, because it has our disclosure document template in there. It'll build out my disclosure document enough to where I can send it now over to our attorney and the guys over at Avestor, and they can just take it and turn it right into the clean doc we need for our investors.
Right. Beautiful.
So
do you have a deal you want to run?
yeah. So that was just me giving Dan an update.
And
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate it.
that was a custom GPT we built specifically for
Titan 23.
our fund.
Yeah. So
it's a whole other layer to the depth that you can go with your GPTs. Okay, so Deal Hunter. So everybody knows you go to GPTs, explore GPTs, and then under the search, you go to the search, and then you pull up Deal Hunter by LandShark, and then you can start a chat.
we're gonna go.
So-
we're gonna go in there and tell it. We're gonna go start the chat. Whatever. Go. Yeah.
Hunter.
Beep.
Here we go.
Beep, beep.
Okay.
There we go. Right there.
You ready?
The address is 203 West Fremont Road, Phoenix, Arizona, 85041. Run this deal. And so this is
8-5.
nope. I'm sorry. 203. I don't know where I got the 850. 203
203
West Fremont Road,
West Fremont Road.
Arizona, 85041. Run this deal. Send it. So what I did here, as most people, when we get new people in here, I like to explain, I don't need to be a prompt wizard every single time I want to talk to my GPT. I want to make it super simple. So I made my GPT, I made Deal Hunter have the prompt already in it to know what the 3 simple words run this deal actually means. Run this deal is the prompt. And what it does is it sends it off on like, it's literally like when I was hunting pheasant and upland game up in the Midwest. I had hound dogs, or I'd just say, sick them. And them dogs went out and found whatever I was, hunting that day. They knew the difference between chasing rabbit tail and chasing, pheasant, because of the prompt that I gave it. I'd tell that dog, sick them, it went for rabbit. I told him, fetch them, it went for pheasant. It knew the difference.
Right.
Based on just a little word, right? So when I got into training my GPT, I trained it like I trained my dog. I trained it like I was a nursing student. Like when I was a nursing student, we had to not only show our work, but prove our work. If you're going to make a claim in anything in science, you better have 1,400 sources that back your claim up. It's called theoretical evidence. So I made GPT, when I made this GPT, I said, I want theoretical evidence. That's why it's still cooking over here. If you read the prompts that are popping up, it's literally saying like, all the things it's doing right now. I love when it tells me what it's doing as it's working, because I'm able to, if I'm watching it, I'm able to make sure it's on point. So for 1 minute and 30 seconds, it worked on this project. It's supposed to now give me back about 2 weeks worth of work. So as it continues to spill out the information, some of the things I'm going to keep in mind is that I've already had a conversation with this guy. So I'm the expert about this project. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is validating what I've already learned. what I already know about the property, like the fact that I know it's a 2.5 acre property in Phoenix. And I know this about Phoenix. Right now, they're allowing densities of up to like 60 units per acre. Do you know how many units I could probably put on this property if it's in the right place? I don't even know where it's at on the map. Like I couldn't point Fremont Street out on a map right now if I tried, but I do pay attention to the zip codes, and that's a hot zip code right now for multifamily, especially. Okay.
Right.
So, right here, it shows that this property sold for 800,000 in January of 2026, 4 months ago, right? Holy crap. Not this property, a nearby property. It was a 3,800 square foot home on 1 acre. So again, like there's 1 acre lots over there. I might build a monster house instead. Depends on where it's at, right?
Right. And what the numbers say.
Correct. So
Tommy, I had a quick question. Is this going to show if there's any clouds on title? Does it run kind of like a title?
no, again, because what I'm going to do is it'll tell me if it's in court.
Right.
Like as I get into a deeper discussion with it, I can say, hey, go look up court records and see if it's in any kind of probate, foreclosure, les pendes, blah, blah, blah. I can make it go do that. But just for the words run this deal, I need to know if it's worth my time, period. Right. So before I even dive into, is it tangled up in anything? If I call it going to find the hair on it. I look for the basics. I want to know, is it going to be over $1 million? Is it going to return 40% on my money? And is it worth, basically pursuing at that point? So I have two basic criteria. It's a and/or. It needs to be over 1 acre or over $1 million. If it's not over 1 acre, it better be over $1 million. If it's over $1 million, it can be under 1 acre. So that's basically question one. And question two is, it must meet at least 40% ROI. If it does, I can ask it right now. I can say, is this 40% ROI? If it says no, we're not even looking anymore. Because in the deal room and in our LandShark Mastermind group, any one of our members brings a deal to the table, it gets split 50-50 with the LandShark group.
Right.
It's a collective. And so that's part of the membership dues here, are that every deal that you bring, we do this deal with you, we put all our effort behind it with you. It's a 50-50 joint venture.
The team and
Correct.
Debt and
all you got to do is just stay the sponsor, stay on the deal, making all the pieces move forward, right? Because our promise to you is, as a paid member, you're going to get your money back from your first deal in 1 year. And that's what we promote. Is like we'll teach as we go along. I'm not going to sell you a teaching course, right? I'm going to sell you a membership to a real trade, a real life business opportunity where when you do your survey with us, you do your LandShark survey, it tells you the type of investor you are. You get a 90-day blueprint and a 12-month business plan, and we get to work on that. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So
it says, okay, so base conclusion.
Go ahead and run through this for a minute. Let me jump this call real quick. That's the other thing we do, is we take calls. Good morning. Can I help you? Yes, sir. You had the property in Cortez. I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. Would you be able to text me that address and I can take a look at it and give you a call right after this podcast?
Go over it, and you said if it's still available, give me a call.
Okay, that's right. Well, we look at about 100 properties a day, so I apologize. What is it that you actually have? Is it where's it located?
It is the Texas corridor. So,
Yeah, definitely interested in taking a look at it. Does it currently have a house on it? Permits and plans. That's why. There you go. Now you're talking my language. Okay. Yeah, we definitely want to talk about that. We're about 4 weeks out from starting a new project. How soon do you guys need to move on this property?
I believe that their timeline lines up pretty well. I believe that they're about 4 weeks or so, 2 to 4 weeks away from getting final approval for permit. And they're going to sell the contract and visit on that approval. So whoever buys it can break ground immediately.
Gotcha. That's right. So you guys don't have the permits yet. Start a new conversation, right?
He has got bill expecting to hear back. He feels like
Got it.
getting the permit isn't an issue, and he won't actually sell the contract, or he won't actually close on the house until the permit's approved, because he obviously knows the value of the permit's right.
No, absolutely. And that's what we're after for it as well, is because we've already got guys boots on the ground ready to start turning dirt. So if we can get if we can get a shovel-ready project for our construction company, that's a bonus, you know? So,
Yeah,
perfect. What's the address on that?
but if you want to just call me after your podcast, we can certainly talk about it then too.
Well, we're in a real estate investors podcast, so I thought you were cold calling and pitching me. I didn't know you were a hot lead, so I was trying to dump you in the weeds so I didn't have to deal with you. But you turned out to be
No,
valuable, so I was like, all right, cool, we'll talk to this guy. We got about a half a dozen investors on this morning listening to our call. So you said it was 85. Say the 8560. The the address. I'm sorry.
my developers I work with a bunch. I found him like 8 or so still this year, and he's trying to offload because different opportunity coming up that requires a little bit more capital.
No, totally understandable. I'm a general contractor, KB2 licensed. I got about a dozen other contractors I work with. I do a real estate investing podcast every morning with my partner, Catherine Bell. We do real estate investing across the country, but we hold down and tack down the Scottsdale market. So it's kind of like BNI for real estate investors, so that's what we do.
Yeah, we would love to get a deal done together. So obviously, give me a call and kind of talk through numbers and your thoughts.
If you don't mind, would you refresh my, because like I said, I probably get 100 to 150 deals a day. Can you refresh my inbox with, I know I responded last night to your email, so obviously it was pretty far down if I hadn't seen it, but would you mind refreshing my box with it?
Apply to our thread and just send you over the renderings and the address again.
Appreciate you so much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye.
All right, bye-bye. So all day, I mean, that's kind of how this goes. Because we recorded everything and then just
Right.
dumped it in there. Let's go down to the bottom and tell it that we just want to look at the address and run this deal. All right, just pinpoint the address and run this deal. And so I have the other one that we're going to bounce back to going, but like this is how our day goes every day. Like people calling us about real estate deals, people calling us about
It didn't hear the address.
businesses. All right, ready? Just stop it. Just hit the stop button right there. And again, this is wait until can I prompt you? Well, prompt you back there. When your GPT's working ahead of you or whatever, and you got to make some changes, stop it. Don't let it think on its own anymore. Stop it and reset it. Treat it like a toddler if you have to. Just hey, knock it off, and make it stop and go back to what you need. So here we go. The address is 8560 Cortez Boulevard, Scottsdale, Arizona, 85260. I think it's 85260. And so this is to my understanding, is about 33,000 square foot property. So we'll be looking at it. Go back over to Fremont Street real quick, the deal analysis on 203. And so what it says here, go back up a little bit. We can look at it thoroughly real quick. I gave it the address, said run this deal, and these are the things it brought back. Keep going up. It brought back the deal snapshot, showed us what it found. It found it as a 2.5 acre site. Here's the APN number. There was a building put on it in 1941 and another source from 1962. Shows buildings on there are 1,200 square feet, 2,400 square feet, 4,400 square feet, 6,500 square feet. So it shows this is a major diligence flag. It's even got a link in there about like the Zillow. It's probably got a Zillow ad. Click that. You can see a Zillow ad on it right there. That's what you're looking at. So they got a price on it for $683,000. So the guy that sent this to me didn't come to me with a price. So that's what I'm kind of trying to discover right now is price. See that curve right there? Look at that curve. Started way down there in 2018. So when I got back in it, it was down there at $106,000 for the whole property.
And
Now we're sitting up there in that range. Go look at what it was in 2022. It was up there all the way at 800. Like way back in 2021, 2022, it was at almost 800,000. And it's going to get there again. It's going to get there again, guaranteed. Right. So you don't have to be a Forex trader to read the graph and see which direction it's going to go. So go ahead and get out of there. Just right. Okay. And so we're looking at this and we go down, we can see that there was a property down the road, 1 acre sold for 800. Right. So it's a large lot, owner user, likely compound we can build a compound on it. Small redevelopment with splits and entitlements, maybe do an existing improvement to the property, like salvage it and sell the land at a premium. Or income conversion only if the zoning and use supports it, meaning like rezoning it for truck parking or a ISO yard or whatever, right? So quick underwriting range shows that low case is going to be 525, high case 750. Keep going down. So the max allowable offer by strategy is to try and flip it. Basically is 775 is the resale. So to get a profit margin of 100, 150 to maybe even 225, we're going to want to be at a max offer between 475 and 600. So as a land bank entitlement play, again, 425 to 550. And then as far as like a premium estate and doing the compound, we could probably go up as high as 600 because we'll sell it for several million, right? So major data conflicts on building area and vintage shows that this is going to, that's an appraisal killer out there right now. So there's no real way to get a good appraisal on it. So the best play is probably going to be getting some hard money, private money pulled in, doing interest only between 9 and 13% with some points attached to it, slide down a little bit more, going after a local bank and saying, hey, we're going to do a cleanup resell DSCR deal, buy a BRRRR method, if you will. We got a guy on the BRRRR method on TikTok. I love his pitch with the BRRRR method. He's teaching his kids how to do it.
Yeah.
Right. And a great guy teaching his kids how to do it. So we'll be sharing content about that guy. He's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
And then option 3 is a seller carry where we get them to agree to like a 3 to 10 year balloon with a 10 to 20% down and maybe doing 5 to 7% interest only payments. People like those interest only payments where they're getting, they're getting a cash every month, getting a cash or a check every month.
Right.
So due diligence before you spend real money. Here's all the things. And ready for this, Dan? See right there where it says due diligence before you spend real money. Copy and paste that right there. Just do a copy and I would paste it right below and start it thinking. Ready?
Right here.
Yep, just drop it right there, paste it, and give me space and tell it, provide me with this list in section by section, send it. And then I'm going to go back and look through the rest of that. While this is cooking, go back up. I have this issue with waiting for stuff to be done. So right here in the negotiation levers, I'm going to be able to, it provides, this thing knows me like the back of my hand because my daddy taught me how to negotiate at a flea market. Like, not my dad particularly, but he forced me to learn how to negotiate. So I built this into this deal hunter was negotiations all part of the deal. So when I say run this deal, give me some ideas on how I can negotiate. Right. So putting it in there that way gives me the understanding that it does know my deal. So go, no go factors. So it's a go if I can get it between that 475 and 600. It's a caution at 600 above, and it's a no-go without any very clear redevelopment or premium estate thesis. So today's action plan is to pull the seller's ask, pull a title prelim right there, like what Dan was saying, how do I find out about title? I could probably get a title prelim off of this real fast. Verify parcel, get current photos, etc. This week, again, action plan. A lot of people get stuck because they're like, okay, great, I got a deal, now what? Then they go and listen to 750 hours of YouTube videos and they go, okay, I don't know what to do, now what? And then they go to a convention and spend $50,000 there to become part of the owners club and they're like, now what?
So really quick,
Right there.
so any of our newer students on here, if you don't understand any of the words that we're using, you literally can go into Deal Hunter Landshark and just say, what
is this?
And it'll literally give you a breakdown lesson of exactly what it is. Like everything literally is in one place for you.
And that's the other thing. You can say, give me a case study. This is the one I'd love to tell people. Tell it to talk to you like you're a 5th grader, right?
Yeah.
Like my dad was a 5th grader mentally. He couldn't read. He had dyslexia, but he ran a company. He ran a home building company as general contractor because he knew how to work with his hands. He didn't need to read.
Right.
Right. He needed to read to write a contract. So what would he do? What'd he do? He went and got somebody to write a contract on his project. He scraped out their name and put his. He invented copy paste, So, but that was how my dad figured it out.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is how I figured it out. I know how to read. I know how to program. I know how to prompt. Why not use it?
Think, right.
Right. My dad knew how to think, but he just didn't know how to apply that thinking. So go down a little bit more. So the next questions are right there, and then click on sources. I love showing people my sources.
Right here.
Yep.
This is the biggest thing, Dan, I was explaining that running this, when you run any deals through it, it'll literally give you all the sources of where it pulled the information. So you can see
Clicking,
it's not
tricky.
making anything up.
Click on it. Did you click on it?
I clicked on it.
Oh, that's where it pops up. Now,
Yeah.
it used to pop up over here
No, they
on the
changed
side.
it
They
again.
did. So it's got all the listings that it's ever had on it. It's going to have information. See right there, it says knowledge and action explainer. That's my document that I created. And what I told it to do was go out and look at like Phoenix Planning Department. It's right there. It's one of the sources. So the zoning maps, it's one of the sources. Keep going down. Is that all? Yeah, just go. There you go. Look. Like these are all the things that it went and looked at to give me the data. Keep it. All right, now we're down to the bottom. I have no idea what Phi Kappa Psi fraternity had to do with this, but it was a good source, I guess.
That's hilarious.
Right. All right. So go back down a little bit more. Right here, we have the seller deal terms. For the due diligence. This is just the due diligence checklist. It's going to tell you everything on what you need to do next. So just go next through this. We don't need to read it. I want to go look at the next deal. So easy. We can't even read. The headlines.
Got it. Okay.
Like again, I need a remote control for you.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna go
can
there.
control.
Laura, can you get me a remote control for Miss Catherine, please? Laura,
Yeah, I got a wow though. Wow.
I got a wow. All right, can you go back up?
Where's Katya in the SAS jar? That was $5 in the SAS jar.
Oh,
So deal
Seller,
terms,
yeah.
this is just everything it covered, the offering memo, the title and ownership. So it's telling you where to go, what to do, parcel map, where to go, what to do, zoning, utilities, why it's a hidden cost. Like here's the other part. You see right here where it says the things that you need on land. When you're looking at land, you need water, sewer, electric, gas, access. Like those are important because they add value or remove value. If you ain't got them, it's going to be an issue. Keep going down. So it'll look for it. This will go look for open permits, code violations, all this stuff. So I can go section by section and make it do every one of these things. The flood pattern, the income. So it'll do each one section by section if I tell it to. So that's a great example of how we can do a deal. I got a call with this guy later. So this is all pertinent information. My phone call. I'm 100% ready for my phone call now. And I can have an intellectual, high level investor conversation with this guy. No problem. Let's go look at the guy that just called.
okay. So
Right
it
there.
was this one.
Yep. So go back up to the top.
You even gave us pictures.
It
Love
did. Oh, I
Here we
love
go.
when the pictures go in there. So here it is trying to talk to us and so it's giving me a suggestion on how to do my pitch right there, how I should frame myself. I love it. It's so cute. Keep going. I can't make Deal Hunter pay for a SAS chart. Keep going. Go to where we told it the address and then told it to run the deal. Right. Nope. Keep going.
You gave it the address.
We had to stop it and correct. There we go. Boom.
Okay.
Oh, look, it's a scraped lot in a cul-de-sac with a weird ass backyard.
Yeah, but I like it.
And so here's issue number one. It's 0.8 acres, not one full. It does have approved plans, but we'll have to see what those approved plans look like now, sitting on a goofy ass lot. Go down, pinpoint. The parcel appears to be vacant lot shown, 34,000 square foot. Fast read shows, looks like a builder developer play, only 2.1 in land basis. The deal is too skinny for a clean developer margin unless builder gets it done for having a GC edge, but prove a finished value north of 6.6. So the recent sale of 1.5 and a near so that it was recently sold for 1.5, the near high-end product in the Cortez, he called it the Cactus Corridor.
Yeah.
Is in the 5 to 5 upper fives, right? So that's where it is. And just around the corner from this was a $5.6 million that sold for 8.1. There's one already there for 5.7, a 5.9 that's 5,700, and then there's a one around the corner from it at 8,500 that's asking 15. So the seller ask is 2.1. Last sale was 1.5. If they put all those deals in there, yeah, then it's worth it maybe. So buy at 2.1, exit at 6. That's a non-land project cost of 3.7. Scroll down right there. It looks like we exit the deal with about 150,000. That's
Too skinny.
really tight.
worth
That's not even in our margins. Ready for this? Let's just jump straight to the damn, like, pull the trigger on it. Go down and talk to it. I need to know what the ROI is on this deal. Give me 5 examples of what the ROI could be. And if it's not over 40%, red flag that. Because again, I'm starting to analyze the deal. It's making my brain work. So I'm like, hold on, if my brain's working, that means this isn't. So let me go ask what my question is in my brain and see if it'll give me scenarios. So here we go. ROI scenarios, 5 cases. Land at 2.1, total cost 5.8, exit profits negative.
Negative
there.
profit.
Negative profit. So I get a 2.5 ROI if I can sell it and get 150K. If I get a profit at 550, that's a 9.4. If I can sell it, if I can buy the land at 1.7, get the total cost at 5.4, I'm at 17.4. It's only close to a decent ROI. It's still under 40, but it's a 22% ROI because that's why we do 50-50. That's why we do a 40%.
Right.
Is because we do 40% because we're 50-50.
Right.
And at 50-50, we get 20, you get 20. Right? If it goes higher than that, then we can get higher than that. So let's take a look at the price per square foot. Go click that button right there. Based on the total cost for construction, what are you estimating the cost per square foot to be on construction value? Because I know what we can build for per square foot, but I want to see what it's telling me. So it's pricing this between, yeah, that's pretty decent price too. I'm at 600 more or less. So estimated range of 500 to 585 square foot all in. Like that's a tight budget for a contractor to build a custom home.
Right.
Right. Usually they like $600 to $700 a square foot. So this is where it gets tough too. So we might be able to get a better opportunity if our hard costs were around 375 a square foot. Right. But I just don't see that being a high possibility.
Right.
To be honest. So this is probably a no deal. This is probably a no deal.
The no-go.
Right. It's a no deal. Even though I looked it up and it's
So,
got
yeah.
permits and stuff.
And to be clear, like I want everybody to think about like how long it would have taken to go and do all this research and analysis to come up with all of this. And we did this in under 15 minutes.
Blake, crank yours up, buddy. What do you got going on that industrial piece? We looked at it. We kind of got to a point where we were investigating the opportunity there, but I think that one too was falling short because of the way that the land structure was set up. The ability to divide it wasn't available. So did you do any more digging on whether or not we could create a parking lot yard there or a container yard?
I didn't do too much more digging on it. Ultimately, I knew the price was pretty high because there was a large gap from what they purchased and then what they're selling for right now. But I haven't done too much digging. I can throw a prompt into it and I could bring it back up in a couple minutes.
That's if you want to. Did you have anything else you want to look at?
I can see, it's been a little bit. I was looking at some land in Oklahoma. Let me see if I can pull that up.
And
Okay.
then Katya's back.
Katya's got some trouble.
Sorry, guys. I'm back. I'm here.
Happy you're here.
Did you make it any further in the weeds trying to find the owners to that property with their phone numbers and stuff?
So hold on. I got a notification. Am I muted?
No?
No, we definitely hear you.
Oh, for some reason it says.
You're spotlighted, honey.
Oh, is that why? Okay. Okay.
Well, you missed a SASCHAR opportunity there, Katya. That was a SASCHAR.
Stop it, man.
Logan just joined us. Yay. Logan is Dan's partner. So
Awesome.
welcome, Logan. Excited that you're here. We're running deals. So we're talking about a deal that Katya found. She's a full-time college student, and she brought us a $12 million deal. So we've been running through all the due diligence on that. So continue, Katya.
So I did some deep diving and I found the business, the Tasmanian Works LLC, and then I contacted the numbers through there and no response. And then whenever I call, it goes straight to voicemail. So if you have any creative recommendations of how
Did you ask Deal Hunter?
approach it, I asked Deal Hunter and it guided me back to the Tasmanian Works, but I can go and discuss some more creative ways as well.
So here's another question. Have you gone to the azcc.gov website? Is it
AZC?
Arizona Corporation Commission website, azcc.gov.
Okay.
Up their LLC.
You look up their LLC and you can find out all their contact info. You can find out who the primaries and principals members,
Ooh,
who's the managing partner, who's their statutory agent. Blah,
okay,
blah,
I'll do
blah,
that
blah.
today.
What?
Under Deal Hunter would be able to dig into that.
It will. I have to give it API access though, in the way that I teach it to. I have to go internal
That would be really good
API.
to give it.
Okay, I'll get that done today.
Okay. Laura, Sarai, do you have any deals you want to run?
I had that crazy Palisades that I sent to
That's
Tommy.
the one. Yeah, because I've had a couple of RV people hit us up to talk about it. So there was that deal.
Katya, did you run it through Deal Hunter? Is it ready to go
Yes, let me find it right now.
for your screen?
And then Sarai, how did you do on any investigating of the 10, the list of 10 you had?
Hey, Tommy. Well, I was doing the investigating. I found a couple that I liked, and then one I was looking at showed up as a hotel, but then when I went and did a little more digging on it, it looks like it's scheduled for demolition, and it has some pretty crummy reviews on like TripAdvisor, so it's pretty bad hotel. I don't know if that's something that you guys are interested in looking in. I don't even know if the hotel has been demolished yet because I can't tell. Yeah, and that's
Well,
on Erlo Bronson.
you live in the area. Would you be able to drive by it?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
I mean, if it's still standing, we like buying them before they knock them down because we like to knock them down.
And then we can
Yeah, I can definitely go over there. It's probably about, I don't know, 20 minutes from my place.
Do you have it in your deal hunter? Do you feel like sharing your screen and pulling the deal hunter up and let's run it a little bit on it?
I can try. I do not know how to share my screen because I am very tech new, but but I can give you the address.
I talked to this really burly big guy yesterday with cool sound effects and crazy stuff. He's like some
Yeah.
sort of expert in Zoom. Here he's really close to living by you.
He's nearby. Yeah, he's close.
Yeah.
If I could nail him to, honestly, Tommy, you've probably talked to him more than I have in the last day.
I'll give you some tips offline on how to get his attention.
Sarai, if you go down to the bottom of your screen, there's a little box that's a box with an arrow and it says share.
I am so sorry. I'm trying to
It's all
figure this.
good. So it's in your Zoom screen.
Okay.
You see it at the bottom if you hover?
Yeah.
Yep. If you click
Share.
that, it'll give you an option of what to share. You can share your whole screen. There you go. Look at you.
Okay. So this is what it did look like, which I was able to pull up on LoopNet, and I'm not even really 100% sure where I found that it was flagged for demolition, but and there's another one I was looking at. One
So
second.
do you have it in your GPT?
Yeah, here she is.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. So feel free to guide me in a direction, Tommy. That'd be great.
Is it behind me? Because I'd rather face this way.
There you
Okay. So let's go through it. So let's see what your original prompt was.
Scroll up to the top
Was this when you were breaking it down deal by deal?
right there.
Yeah, I asked it to break down all of them, and then I chose from the top tier and
Right.
asked for those specifically. Where do you want me to go?
So go back to your target property, because that's the one we claim to be like the one, we call it the 1%er, right? So
Yeah.
right here, go down to the end of this conversation, right to the bottom of it right there. Hold on, back up a little bit. I want to make sure that we're still in there. Keep going, a little bit more. Yep, that's still the same spot. Go back down.
Go down?
Yep, all the way to the bottom, right there. So I'm trying to see if yours has it. I don't see it. You're operating out of the browser, correct? That you're
Yeah.
operating in browser, not in
Correct.
app.
Yeah, and I wasn't really shown exactly how to do that, so I just went with what I had. So I at least had
Understood.
something to bring to you today.
So when you operate from a browser, there's options that are not included that
Oh,
are
okay.
in the app. So in the future, use the app. And then I see right under that name, Lady Rook, it says free.
Yeah.
In order for you to have the best results, it needs to say plus,
Okay.
right? So
Um,
it's $20 a month, 100% worth it. And the reason is because it limits how much activity you can spend, how much time you can spend doing it. But then
Okay.
the other thing that it does is it also reduces basically I call it reduces the IQ level. On a
Okay.
free version, you're operating under 100 IQ points. If you go to the plus version, it operates at like 120 IQ points. And then when you operate at the $200 level version, it operates close to 170, 180. It's insane.
Okay.
So
Okay.
right now, it's just going to probably act like what I would call a mid-level real estate broker. So
All
let's
right.
go.
Well, do you want to take it and put it in yours, and then I'll get this all set up when you and I get offline? Is that a thing?
I think it would be cool to do an A/B test on it. So we're going to run ours and you're going to run yours. So what I'm going to have you do is go back up, copy and paste, copy the address, but paste it right there into your deal hunter. Go back up. No, where did the address go? Nope, you're going too
I'm
far.
looking.
The address is over on the other tab.
You went too far. Go back down. Go back down.
Yeah, I see that. No, that's not it. Hold on.
All right. There.
Here
Right
we
there.
are.
Copy deal 3 right there. Copy that whole line and then go start a new conversation in Deal Hunter. Move out of this one. Leave this one and go to Deal Hunter right there.
Do new chat.
I'm
Right
so
there.
sorry, you guys.
That's
You got to
Where-
give me a lot more direct information.
Where it says Deal Hunter, GPT's Deal Hunter.
Right here?
on the left.
Nope, on the left in your sidebar.
Oh God, I'm so sorry. I don't
What?
even know what that means.
Your left sidebar, right
Oh,
there.
here.
Right there. There you go.
Yeah.
Click that.
Okay.
Okay, not now.
Now.
And then get rid of the cute little
Click
pictures
the
down there.
X of the pictures.
Yeah.
Pick now, right there.
Right there, you're gonna paste that and then
The
just
3 magic words.
give it a
Run
space
this
and,
deal.
and give it the 3 magic words and say, run this deal and send it. And then if you don't mind, send that address to us in the chat and we're gonna run it from this side.
Okay.
I'm just gonna display the difference. So right here on yours, the thinking process of this thing when it did it was that fast. So it's former hotel land development play. We understand that, know that. I'll wait for you to go ahead and paste it. Did we get it pasted?
I did. It went directly to you for some reason instead of the whole group.
It's in the
we
bottom.
go. I got you. I got you. There we are.
There we go. And then so go down a little bit. Let's see what it says, what this deal really is. It's no cash flow, so it's a land play.
Mhm.
Slowly go back up a little bit. Let's go section by section slowly. I go back up a little bit more. Right there, it says reality check, that it's probably a bankruptcy.
Yes.
Off-market estimate is about 5.7, and it's giving you the realtor thing. That's cool. Highest and best use is multifamily, senior living, hotel, hospitality, medical mixed use. The best play based on location and demand is the multifamily senior living. So back of napkin pro forma, right? Multifamily play, 408 units, getting a revenue of 1,700 a month brings you a net gross annual of 9.7. We assume a 5.3 NOI with an exit cap of 66.25%. It's going to value at about $86 million. So development math real quick, land at 4.5, construction 8.6 or 86, soft cost at 10, total cost at 101. This is the exit's 86, the total cost is 101. There's not enough margin at this density or cost. So it's going to make some suggestions. Go all the way down. Great. How to make the deal work, push density, go senior living, spend more money. Like you go on senior living, you go from 1,700 a unit to 5,700 a unit, but you also go up in expensive. Basis is everything. So every $1 million discount is a massive swing to the IRR. If you don't understand IRR, you can go ask and it'll explain it. What I do is I tell it to calculate it. I already understand IRR, so I just make it calculate it. And I know what I need to be is between 16 and 22%. So option 1, debt equity. Option 2, JV. That's kind of what we do. Option 3, bankruptcy play. So negotiate directly with the trustee, skip the seller's agent and go right to the bank. So go down, major risks. So demolition order. So apparently there's an order right there.
Yeah.
Right. So the city has said, you need to knock this down. Right. So some of the other things we have is I noticed it's on the lakefront and it's possible wetland issues. Right. So we need to figure that out. But some of the other things with the demolition order, like, is there outstanding fees, right? So we'd have to figure that out. Due diligence tells you to go do that. Have you ran it yet?
No, because I'd have to change the screen was the point. So if you're okay, if I change the screen.
Yeah, you can change it real quick. Go ahead and.
Hey, Tommy,
Yep.
Hey, this is Logan Rutledge. Thanks for the intro, Catherine. Really glad to be here. Um, I was, you said earlier that you like to knock them down instead of buying the properties before they're knocked down. Why is that?
Because I'm a developer. I have a contractor's license and I can knock them down for probably about 30% of what anybody else can.
Gotcha. Okay.
I have a demolition company actually in the state of Florida already, CES Environmental, go out there and knock it down for me. And I'd make 40% on that deal without touching a stone.
Gotcha. Okay. And you mentioned earlier that Sarai was on the browser, not on an app. I'm on a PC, and I assume I'm on. I mean, Catherine, everything I did, uh, last week was I'm on the browser.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Is
And
that
so
okay?
I operate from my phone. When I operate from my phone, I have an Android, I don't have an Apple. Don't get me started, but Apple, Apple
Wow.
did ruin me, and why wouldn't it
You
ruin
maybe
all?
shouldn't keep telling people this.
Hey, listen,
Wow.
all right, Amor, if you're gonna sneak
Wow.
up on me like that, at least we need Rook. If Rook is paying attention, Rook, this is why I need you here, bro. I need you to hit these alarm buttons when these women walk in, so I know how I'm gonna get attacked.
I'll let him
Okay?
know.
I need to know when the attack is coming. So when they come in, Amor needs to have like a butterfly sound, right? Laura's always here, so we could just have the da da da.
Oh,
Laura,
Katya?
don't let him do you like
wow.
that.
That's a wow and a sass jar.
That's a double whammy.
Listen, we've got guests in the building today. Can you ladies please control yourselves?
We have company.
All right.
So is it better to do this on my phone, like do it through the app on my phone instead of the
I
browser?
prefer it on my app because it gives me better features than what I feel like it produces on the PC version the iOS. When you're running it through it, to me it was designed to run through an app, not run through the browser. And so there's features that there's only features that I'm used to because I use the app only. When
Okay.
people use the browser, I can tell because my features are missing,
Gotcha. Okay.
right? So that's why I'm always like, go use if you go use the app and you'll find some really cool tools that you never had before.
Here's when it ran through yours.
Right. So when
This
it
is the
ran through
paid
mine,
version.
it thought for 57 seconds and provided similar information, but you can see how different it is.
Well, it already knows that you're going to want to ask more detailed
Right.
instructions.
Right. So going through, so this is something that's important to me. It shows that it's in the commercial tourist zoning district.
Right.
Means that it can go up to 80 units per acre, right?
Oh, okay.
So-
And that didn't show up on mine.
Right.
Right.
It knows my brain wants to know, it knows my personality, it knows mine's called Charlie. I don't know. Do you guys have your own?
Well, we know that Logan and Dan do because they just did it. So tell them what the name of your GPT is.
We've got several. I know, Logan, you've got Merlin.
Merlin, like that.
Yep.
Catherine's got Yoda. Mine's Charlie. Charlie's my older brother. He's rude. He's to the point. He doesn't bullshit me, and he tells it like it is. He gives me big brother advice. And so I've made mine to be more like my older big brother, kind of a bully, but to the point, tell me the truth, type thing. So if you haven't done that yet, reach out to Catherine, get on her schedule to get your AI voice tuned in. So that way you can start having conversations with this thing, because it does more than real estate for me. I have a conversation with it on a daily basis about like how to be a better leader or how to be a better negotiator. And it practices with me, excuse me. And so it's been very helpful in that regard. Anyway,
back to this.
over here, it knows that I need to know. It knows that I need to know goes and no goes. So, Sarai, yours didn't have the no go or go in there.
But the more you use it, the more
It's
it'll
gonna
get clear what you're
become
looking
clear to what you're looking for,
Okay.
right? So that's why using the same address between mine and yours
for.
is
I need the
it can
paid
be
version.
it can be different. The paid version's important, but
Yeah.
it would, even with Catherine using the paid version, or Laura or Moore or Katya, any of these people using the paid version of this, they're gonna get different results based on what their interests have been put in as it continues to learn you.
Yeah.
It's going to
Okay.
use the knowledge. It's going to use the knowledge and education base that I designed, right? But it's going to start to learn, like Katya's always refers to, well, Tommy would
Okay.
like this, Tommy would like that. Like Katya's taught hers to be just like a total suck up to me. What would Tommy do? Right?
That is not true.
Katya, I'm gonna call you later because we need to make some changes.
Don't be programming hers differently anymore. I programmed it perfectly.
Katya, I just wonder if you have to tell your GPT to add to the SAS jar. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh my God, Sarai just joined the Sastar Club.
Yay.
Wow.
Welcome, Sarai.
Welcome. All right, so indicative framework here shows like we've got 8.2 total land. Like this wasn't in yours either. There's a 8.2 total land with a 4.5 upland buildable, meaning like most of the property's in the water, right?
Oh, okay.
So best fit, cash, private money bridge to construction, go down. Backup path is a JV partner with the local developer, which I can kind of structure that up. Keep going. And then seller bankruptcy structure if available. So we'd have to do some digging in and going deeper on this. Why don't you cruise by there and see, Sarai, if there is actually a building there, or if you don't mind, Catherine, pop up on Google real quick, see what's available on Google. We can maybe see what the time step on Google shows. This is another method that I use to find stuff out. I can go to Google, or not Google Earth, just regular Google.
Yeah.
Right. And then go to the layers button right there. Nope, wrong one. Layers. Boom. And then zoom in on it. It's the red button right there. See where the red button is right there? Yeah. Okay, there we go. And so yeah, like you can see, it looks like it's still there. So there's already hotels on both sides all the way across.
Right.
Right. And so
Yes.
converting over to if we went over to like a 4-floor skilled nursing facility, assisted living facility, and they're allowing 80 units per acre, you got 8 acres, but you're only 4 are buildable. There's where you're able to get your nuggets, right? Here's a nugget. Maybe Logan and Dan may be able to shed some light on this if they're familiar with this. But if I've got 8 total acres on my lot and only 4 buildable, I'm not restricted by my buildable. I'm able to build as up to my 80 units per acre, as long as I'm not falling out of compliance with what's called what's the damn boundaries around setbacks. So as long as my setbacks are okay and I'm not infringing on my setbacks, I can probably line this entire property with a big ass building.
So you think you could do 12 by 80 as opposed to just the 4 by 80 is what you're saying?
Correct. So if our total units out there are 8 acres, that's 1,600 units versus if I only have 4 acres, that's 320.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm building,
massive jump. Yeah.
320 ain't jack. But if I can go to 1,600 and I only build 12 and I build 1,200 units, I 4x my 300 unit. Right.
Yeah.
So if my 300 unit budget in my head, because again, I'm going based on what I know is buildable. If I go with what's available, that makes a big difference. So we can even have asset of deal on our next time. But we're at the top of the hour.
Oh, wow.
And that was a fast show today, right? I've got a couple of appointments that we have to get to.
So here's the deal, you guys.
Before we go, we've got tomorrow is a regular scheduled show. Tomorrow afternoon at 3:00, we have the webinar about Titan 23. And so our Titan 23 fund webinar is tomorrow afternoon at 3:00, 45 minutes. Catherine and I will be bringing forward information about the fund, about the different assets that we're going to be investing into. So please come, ask questions, get involved, and learn more. Something else to keep in mind, tomorrow we're going to talk about, I got another email from Blackpoint about properties that they're looking for. We've got a retail buyer in Florida. Let's pay attention, Florida team down there. Buyer hounding for grocery stores, anchored retail plazas in Florida, but we'll look outside. Deal has been around for a while, so it cannot be a deal that's been around for a while. It can't be something that's been on the market. So it needs to be off market and in good urban areas. So class A, class B situation. Client 2 has high-end needs in nice cities, can be near suburb, looking for retail centers. Does not have to be grocery store, but it must be retail. It can be missing a large tenant. So like if you found a retail strip that used to have a Hobby Lobby in it, Hobby Lobby dumped out. that would be a premium thing for this. So it needs to be very off market, not on the market for a long time if it is on market. And then we've got some industrial buyers. We've got one client looking in South Florida, New Jersey, and Georgia, Class A, Class B. They're looking for 70,000 square foot building. Dollar size is going to be, they're going to be at a minimum of 20 million. Okay. They need ceiling height of at least 20 to 25 feet. They prefer triple net leases with at least 6 to 7 years left on those options. They're willing to go to a minimum of a 6 cap. So bare minimum though on the deal must be or above 20 million, $25 million deals. So there is no high end cap limit. So they'll go as high as we want. Portfolios are welcome. Second client, also industrial, looking for Florida, Georgia, New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina, Texas. A, B class, maybe C class if it's in there. Minimum 10 million, maximum 150 million. Size needs to be 40,000 plus. Ceiling heights between 18 and 20 feet, and a cap minimum of 6 to 6.5%. And finally, third and fourth client, we got a third and fourth client. 250,000 square foot or bigger, Class A properties, Florida preferred. Next to the port or the airports are great. So we could look at Zephyr Hills Airport, Tampa General or Tampa Airport, MCO, any of those would be great. Client 4 is a small bay industrial. It needs Florida or just somewhere outside of the state. So I'm thinking like Floribama, Jorabama, Flora, Georgia. It's funny up there by the border. They just mix the two names together. So Flora, I forget how to say Louisiana. Flora, Louisiana. Anyway, I'm making shit up at this point. Must be off market, at least 15,000 to 20,000 square foot. Ideal bays are 3,000 square foot. This is exactly what you guys just did out there in Virginia, right? Or I mean over in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Right. So that's perfect for that. So that's today's shopping list from Black Point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buyers ready to cook. So when we talk about bringing $500 million of deals to the table in December, this is how we're doing it, people. We're literally filling a pipeline with deals and investors. And so this is how it's going to pan out. So we got buyers ready to go. We need to fill the pipeline with deals, vice versa. Right.
So Sarai, we just gave you a list of deals that you could go be hunting for. Because again, we've already got the buyers in place, right?
Yeah.
So these, like when you asked what we could be searching for, like this is fabulous homework to get lots of practice inside of using Deal Hunter to go find these things and ask Deal Hunter where else you could be looking.
Be a land shark. Go knock on a door and be like, Candygram, Telegram, Soda Man, pizza delivery, whatever you got to do, get in the door. Because that's what the land sharks do. And we just get in the door. When we get in the door, then we bite them. We get them. Right, Katya?
Blake is being hilarious, and he tried to share something that apparently Zoom's not aligned with him sharing. Blake, I tried to download it, and it won't open.
Blake, if you want to share your screen and show everybody what the stat chart looks like, you'll get a bonus.
I'll show it tomorrow. I'm on my phone right now. I gotta head to class. So I'll show it tomorrow. I'll make a more refined version.
Your bonus has been cut in half, buddy.
Shoot. All right.
Sucks. But all right, everybody, let's wrap it up with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank everybody for this day and all the things that we're about to go into. So give us guidance, give us strength, give us grace to give to others, not for ourselves, but for the other people, just like your son died on the cross for us. We ask this through your name. Amen. All right, everybody. I've got meetings with a couple of you throughout the day today. I definitely want to meet with them more because we've been ducking and dodging each other for a minute. And so let's get together. But Katya and Blake, have your deals ready for tomorrow. And let's get cooking. And then Sarai, if you want to drive past that hotel, get a picture of it so you can share it with us tomorrow. We'd love to call and find out more details about that property.
And if you want to do a FaceTime, you're welcome to call me at any time, and we can do it right there as well. That would be fun.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, coolio, guys. Have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye, everyone.